You're live.
Good afternoon. My name is Steve Hoover. I'm one of the customer success coaches at Bright. And today I'm going to talk about the refine option on the screen down here. Don't know how many of you have used the refine option, but it's got a lot of possibilities here. So I've already conducted a search here. And a couple things you can do. Let's start with the very first option. So after you're in actions, you click on refine and it view as select a contact. So if I select a contact, one of my contacts is already in here, it will tell me whether I have already emailed this particular contact any listings in the past and the actual date of the listing. So you can conduct any search, check your contact and see if you have emailed the contact that particular listing. And it will also give you the date that you emailed your contact. So that's one option you have here. Now you have a couple other options. You can select a listing or two. All right. And if I wanted to discard them, I could click discard here and it would discard them rather quickly. But you have also have the option to narrow. So what does narrow do? Well, it does the opposite of discard. It deletes any listings that you haven't click the check boxes to. So in this example, you will see instead of discarding these four listings, I'm going to actually, you might say discard the three that are not checked. So if I click narrow, there you go. You can see it's discarded those. Okay. And you do note you can undiscard here if you need to. All right. So let's go back. I'm going to restart this search again. There we go. Let's talk about the other options here. All right. So we did select contact, narrow, discard, sorting. Now, you can always sort listings by just clicking on the titles. Okay, so for instance, if I want to resort by price, I can click price. Notice the arrow has from high to low. I'm sorry, low to high. Now it's high to low, and you can switch back and forth that way. For instance, of course, status is your default. Let's say you also wanted to sort by, oh, I don't know, above grade finished square footage. But what does the sort do? Well, the sort actually, if we open it up, you'll see I have now selected these four options. The status, of course, was the initial one, and then I added above grade finished square footage, current price, and actually, what you can do is you can remove these if you need to. Okay, so it's the easiest way to remove some of these if you've actually clicked on them already. So let's say I just wanted to get back to status, which was your default setting here. All right, I can then click OK. And now I'm back to where I started with. So you can resort that way. So what else do we have here? I think one of the neatest things that you can do here is this last option. It says search selected for, click the drop down, public records. So I've made my search, and what if I want to see the public records for all of these listings? Well, you select them all, and then you can select to public records, and it gives you all the public records for those listings. Now, it does work the other way too. Let's say you were in the public record search, you ran the search, you could then click on the public record search, click here to listing, and if any of these public records were actually in the listing database, they would bring them up. Okay. So as you can see, some of these active listings have not were in the public records database. They weren't in the MLS system in the past, but they were in the public records database. And you can see that's why you see quite a few closed and that type of thing. So it's kind of a way to flip back and forth between your actual listings and public records between those particular listings. Okay. Now you may have wondered, why did I get a lot more options here when I went to the listings, because these properties, note, for instance, the first one, it's been on the market several times. Okay. So every time it was on the market, it would display. That's why there's multiple ones there. So the refine menu down here, I think is very useful to use. It does many, many different things. from finding out which particular properties you've already sent to your contacts. You can discard, you can narrow, pretty much the same thing. You can reset sorts, and you can flip back and forth between public records and the listings. All right. Hope everyone has a great day.